This is Dr. Okwevanwu, and my friends call me Pastor O. I'm the founder and the vision overseer of the Cyber Embassy for All Nations, the world's first full-fledged, all-internet, purpose-driven church. I mean, our church exists or will exist since we are starting it effectively, February 2020, and will operate as a 100% online church to not just reach out to the lost, the discouraged, the hopeless, but to disciple Christians online and bring back the joy of fellowship to most Christians who spend more and more of their time on the internet. I mean, we are a pure internet-based church, or we are going to be one on the internet, by people on the internet, for people on the internet. So today on this evangelism show, I would like to share with you 10 reasons why we need an all cyber church now, and why you need to belong to one, and why other churches need to get organized on the massive takeover of the internet for the Great Commission, with exclusive internet churches being started by churches that understand the sign of the times. All right, when I talk about all internet church, many people confuse it with a church building that is sharing their information online, or that is having some kind of ministry online. This is nothing like that. This is an all internet church with no church building, with no responsibility to church buildings, where all the staff, all the pastors, all the ministers, everybody does everything they do 100% online. And where even all the people they minister to are online, nothing in the physical nature. And when I share this vision, and I've been sharing for about 3 years why we need to have this, many people just thought I'm crazy. They thought, well, why would we want to do that? Why do we want to have an all internet church? And I just want to share a few of those reasons with you, so that you can understand what is driving this. So here are 10 reasons why I believe we are fully ready for an all 100% internet church. The first reason is that the internet makes it easier, faster, and cheaper to penetrate hostile nations to the gospel. We all know that at this point in time, even as global as the world is right now, there are some countries that are totally closed to the gospel. They will kill you if you go out there to go and try to share the gospel with citizens of those countries. And where they don't kill you, you are severely limited in the way you can worship, in the way you can share the faith. But the internet takes all that away. Now we can share the gospel across the air. I call it raining it down from the air with no risk to limb, to body, or to life. That is one reason why this is an awesome, awesome time to start an all internet church. Number two, the internet reduces the cost of evangelism, or evangelism, so to speak. See, we all know evangelism is a very, 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 very costly proposition for those who are doing it right. I'm not talking about those who are gathering in a church and just preaching to the same people who already accepted Christ and call it evangelism. The cost of starting and maintaining a brick and mortar church is getting higher by the moment, with more than 70% of churches, according to the Banner research, all over the world, barely having enough to stay open. With an all-internet church, the cost of actually evangelizing, the cost of actually running churches is reduced by as much as a factor of 90% from the normal cost. That's why we all need to be thinking about this. Reason number three why I think this is an idea that the time is here now is that the internet is the best medium to spread the gospel today. When you look at it, okay, it is the best place to spread the gospel right now. While the gospel message will never change, the means of delivering the message have always changed over the centuries. The internet is the new marketplace where billions of souls all over the world gather for hours each and every day to fellowship, share the joy, their joys and frustrations, and where the hopeless are looking for new hope. The discouraged, the angry, they are all out there. Jesus took the gospel to the marketplace in his time because that is where the people are. That's where the hungry are. That's where the brokenhearted are. And it is time we move the great work of the gospel to the internet, where the people spend most of their time right now. No matter who you are, at least for more than 70% of the world right now, maybe 80, maybe even 90%, we all spend at least 1 hour online every day. We're always doing something on the internet. Either we're checking mail, we're on social media, or we are browsing through Google or whatever. We spend time online. That is where the people are. And that is where we need to take the gospel exclusively. So for those of you who might be wondering about the church before I go on to the rest of the reasons, I want to use this opportunity to quickly invite you to be one of the pioneer members of this new move of God. They're called the Cyber Embassy of Christ for All Nations that is going to be launching officially February 2nd, 2020. Right now, we're in the process of recruiting pioneer workers, ministers, pastors, and members who will help us take this new vision to the global level. So if you would like to join us as one of the pioneer members, workers, ministers, or pastors of this church, right now you want to go to the cyberembassy.org/pioneers. Fill out the form and tell us how you'd like to join us in taking back the power of the internet for the spread of the gospel message. I look forward as a vision overseer myself to help you, to train you, to encourage you, for all of us to work together so that we can start a whole new movement where different churches are beginning. We begin following our own example to start 100% all online church, not online churches that are responding to physical churches, but online churches that start and end on the internet. We'll be talking more about that and how that is going to be possible. Remember, with man, some things are impossible, but with God, all things are possible. And I believe the time for an all 100% internet church where the preaching, the ministering, even the children care is all taking place on the internet. Join us and find out how this is going to work. All right, the fourth reason why I believe the time has come for an all internet church is that many are disenchanted with the old brick and mortar methods of doing church, where it is mostly dictatorial. There's virtually very little feedback. You go to church on Sunday, the pastor just preaches down on you, and you just sit down there and take it. There's hardly any opportunity for question and answers to clarify some of the sermon you just heard, or for you to share your doubts, your own questions about what you are being taught. People are tired of that. People are tired of being dictated to where their questions are really not being addressed. Their real questions are not being addressed. The internet provides that opportunity where even sermons are going to become interactive. Whereas you're teaching, somebody can post a question, somebody can respond to what you are saying, and you can take that up and you can work that into your sermon, or you can even bring somebody live online with you during your sermon. Dynamic sermon processes, just like when you are doing a webinar. So you're preaching, but people are making comments, people are making voicing their opinion about it, and the ones that are relevant to what you're talking about, you can actually bring them onto the pulpit with you. How awesome is that? Right online in front of the old church globally, and you guys can exchange ideas and get to educate each other and get to know better. The internet gives opportunity for that, for those who are disenchanted with the way the stress of regular church as usual. Number 5 reason, internet is a faster mode to get support for charitable causes and other God-inspired campaigns. I mean, the physical churches are typically limited by their surrounding, by the people in the physical church, but with the internet, now you have a global place to get support for whatever charitable causes that you desire or that you feel the heart for, and where you can also do campaigns that can go viral and go global in a matter of minutes without you having to spend millions and millions of dollars just to get the global place to be part of the movement. How awesome can that be? Imagine where we have churches from different denominations, have all online churches that can run massive campaigns at the drop of a hat. We can actually begin to influence this world for good with the voice of the church being heard instantly, quickly, and globally. The internet gives us that. That is why we want to have churches that are all online based. The harvest is really plentiful on the internet, probably more than off the internet. People hardly visit each other offline anymore, but they will exchange pleasantries online. They will chat all day with people they don't know. So we need to take the gospel there. Number 6 reason why I believe the time is now for an all internet church like the Cyber Embassy for all of Christ for all nations that is going to be kicking off officially October 2nd, 2020. The internet is an easier and better way for members to give and financially support churches. I just laughed when one of the pastors I shared this vision with a couple of years ago. I mean, this has been agitating my mind for almost 3 years. And I was so hesitant about getting it started. But now I know we need to model it so that other churches can copy what we're doing. And this can be a global first. I've never believed in a competition among churches. I think we all should work together and present a common front against the enemy on the internet. But when I shared this with a pastor once, he told me, but how are they going to be able to collect offering and how are they going to be able to financially support churches? I'm like, you are still thinking physical churches. There is no place that is better to get your offering and your tithe than online. Everybody's got a credit card now. Everybody's got a charge card. Everybody's got a bank card. If they're committed enough, if they believe in the vision enough, they will pay their tithe and their offering on the internet globally. They don't have to send you a check. They don't have to carry physical cash into the church. The internet is so suited to funding the churches right now that there should be no fear about whether this is going to work for us when you decide to start an all online church.